Ever notice how your bedroom looks fine, but never feels right when you actually use it? You can walk in and see that everything fits, but moving around feels awkward, tight, or strangely uncomfortable. That's because most bedrooms fail not due to size, but because the layout ignores how you actually move, rest, and live in the space. Furniture block walkways, wardrobe doors hit bed, and nightstands are chosen for looks, so the space never feels calm or functional. In this video, we'll show you how to arrange bedroom furniture step by step, so your bedroom finally works the way it should, whether it's small or medium-sized. And stay until the end so you can fix your own layout without guessing. At Design Burst, we don't just throw random ideas at your space, we study what you really need, how you live, what problems you face, and what style fits you best. Then we create detailed 3D renders, so you can actually see how your space will look before making any big decisions. Every plan is made to look beautiful and built to work for you. So, are you ready to transform your space? Visit our website or email us today and let's design your dream home together. Step number 1. Start with the bed. The bed is the largest piece in your bedroom, but most people place it where it fits instead of where it actually works. In reality, the bed controls about 60 to 70% of how the room functions. So if this is wrong, everything else will feel off no matter how good the decor looks. A common mistake is pushing the bed into a corner to save space, but this immediately ruins balance and circulation. The correct placement starts with the headboard against a solid wall, then centering the bed on that wall so the room feels calm and intentional. When lying down, you should still see the bedroom entrance, but without blocking natural movement. For the clearances, you need 600 to 750 millimeters clear on each side of the bed, so getting in and out feels comfortable, and leave 900 to 1,100 millimeters at the foot for walking and dressing. For furniture sizing, a queen platform bed works best for most homes because it fits standard bedroom proportions. So remember, the bed isn't placed where it simply fits, but where movement, balance, and comfort work together. Get this right first, so the rest of the layout becomes easy. Step number 2. Walkways and clearances. This is where most bedrooms fail, not because they're small, but because walking space is ignored. Your furniture may technically fit, but if you're squeezing sideways just to pass the bed, the layout is already wrong. So before adding decor or upgrading furniture, you must fix circulation first. Here's the rule you should always remember. Walking space comes before furniture size. Your main walkways should be at least 900 millimeters, while secondary paths should never go below 750 millimeters. The correct mindset is this: adjust the furniture, not the walking space. So when circulation works, the bedroom instantly feels calmer and bigger. Step number 3. Nightstands and bed proportion. Nightstands look like small details, but they can completely break your bedroom layout. A common mistake is using a nightstand that's taller than the mattress. Reaching for your phone or lamp becomes awkward. Another mistake is choosing oversized nightstands that look stylish but eat into your walking space. So before matching sets, focus on proportion first. Your nightstand should be the same height as the top of your mattress, so everything stays within easy reach. Width depends on room size. Anything wider may look fine, but it will visually and physically shrink your walkway. When placing it, leave a 50 to 75 millimeter gap from the bed and keep at least 600 millimeters of clear walking space beyond it. A low modern nightstand with drawers works especially well in small bedrooms, so the floor stays visually open. That's why right-sized pieces often create a better and more comfortable bedroom layout. Step number 4. Wardrobe placement. Wardrobes often look fine in layout plans, but fail once you start using them. Doors hit the bed, drawers can't open fully, but the problem isn't room size, it's clearance. The biggest mistake is pushing the wardrobe too close to the bed just to make everything fit, but leaving no space to stand or move. If you're using a hinged door wardrobe, you need at least 1,100 to 1,200 millimeters clear space in front, so doors can open and you can step back comfortably. For sliding wardrobes, you still need 900 millimeters because anything less feels tight even if it technically works. Wardrobe depth also matters to allow clothes to hang properly without crowding. Place your wardrobe along the longest uninterrupted wall so movement stays smooth. A properly placed wardrobe doesn't just fit the room, but makes daily use effortless. Step number 5. Dresser and mirror position. The dresser must support daily routines, so it needs proper clearance in front. Never block a window with the dresser. Place it against a solid wall near natural light, but always leave 900 millimeters of clear space in front so drawers open comfortably. A standard 6-drawer low dresser depth should be standard, because anything deeper eats walking space fast. For mirrors, use a full-length mirror and keep comfortable standing space in front. You should be able to step back naturally, but never into a main circulation path. When the dresser and mirror are placed correctly, the room feels open and easy to use, so getting dressed never feels cramped. Step number 6. Extra furniture. Extra furniture can make your bedroom feel finished, but only when circulation is already clear. Only add extra pieces when your bedroom is 12 square meters or larger and you can move freely without adjusting your body. A slim upholstered bedroom bench at the foot of the bed works for sitting or laying clothes, but it should never interrupt movement. This should maintain 900 millimeters of clearance between the bench and the wardrobe. Then, a modern desk can work in a bedroom, but it should never compete with the sleeping area. A compact curved back chair adds comfort, but only if it's actually used. Avoid placing it along main walking paths, so circulation stays comfortable. Move it to a spot where it won't interfere with circulation, so the bedroom stays calm, open, and easy to use. Step number 7. Rug and visual zoning. Most bedrooms feel unfinished, but the problem is usually the rug. The most common mistake is placing a tiny rug right under the bed where it barely sticks out but doesn't support walking or visual balance. For a queen bed, the proper area rug should be at least 1,600 by 2,300 millimeters. This allows the rug to extend on both sides and at the foot of the bed. Rugs aren't just accessories, but layout tools. When the rug is sized and placed correctly, the bedroom instantly feels planned and intentional, so everything else looks better. This step-by-step bedroom furniture arrangement shows that once the bed is placed right, clearances are respected, and circulation comes first, everything else finally works. You don't need more space, so you stop forcing furniture and start planning it. Now check your own bedroom, bed position, walkways, and clearances. Comment your room size and bed size, and I'll help you arrange it the right way. Your home deserves the same, but instead of guessing what furniture to buy or how to lay out your space, you can get a clear design plan first. And if you need help with your own space, you can visit our website at www.designburst24.com and reach out to us via email or WhatsApp. And you'll get a detailed 3D plan, furniture options, and a clear shopping guide. And don't forget to subscribe for more real home design.